Hi, this is part 2 of my creative block series. So, as I said, if you are not sure about what's going on, go to the previous video in the series where I talk about what block really is. I won't talk about it in this video, I'll talk more about this version because that was like the introduction one. So if you don't know where it is, let me know in the comments and I'll direct you towards that video. So I basically found out that it's meeting, like, block is not a block. It is a version of ourselves that we either are not ready to meet or we are ready to meet. And the last one that I talked about was my freedom version of myself. And you can kind of think of this process as a pairing. And if you're interested, I am thinking of doing classes about this as well. And remember, when I talk about art, that's for the artists that know what that means for themselves. But people who are like, oh, well, I'm not an artist, but I'm seeing this video, it's also for doing things, like the dreams that you have that you want to do. Like, you see other things and you want to do that. Even if it feels weird and you see it and you're like, why do I want to do that? All of those things. So whether you're knowledgeable about it or not. Okay, so now I'm going to get into it. And also, just to let you know what I do, I help everybody understand more deeply about their self. That's kind of my superpower and specialty. And so that people feel like they're prepared to either do anything or be anything or all those things. So I help you understand that you have everything inside you and guide you towards those things that you already have. So we're getting to the perfectionist. So I have a perfectionist, and people always say perfectionists in art. They go, oh, I'm like being perfectionist, oh, like it's a bad thing. And so what happens is, usually when you first meet that part of yourself, it's going to be what people would call normally a shadow. And the shadow is the wound. And the wound is basically showing you that they exist. You meet them. And then when you get to know them, they usually let you know what they actually like. Because if we're focused on what they can't have and what they haven't had, you never get to know them, right? So then you start to get to know them. And I found out that mine, the perfectionist, really doesn't do anything. And because that's their shadows, they don't do anything, they delay, they say they don't want to do stuff, or they feel anxiety, or they go, oh, I'm gonna check to see what else I could do, that kind of stuff. And when I really connected with her, I found out that she actually is a long process person, big project person. Okay, so that is what I found out, and I'm going to show you, because these are like me showing you what I've gone through is the template. So the first thing that she did, the first part of this process, was figuring out a technique. And so that technique was the long-term project. That's how it started. So the first one I created was this one. Well, there's actually another one, but I'll just show you that. So I love cutting out paper. So the cutting out paper was the takeaway from all of this. So this was the first one. Then the second one was this one. And I got into making it more 3D. So I didn't even finish it. Like, you'll see a lot of unfinished stuff. And then I made it out of this clear stuff completely. That's on my page. People have seen it. And this is when I really got into the technique. And I was like, I know what I'm doing. But I put it on a flimsy piece of paper. That was the first journey of it. Then I got to this one, which is actually how I want it to be, which again is always on my page. Oh, it's like, again, it's on paper, so it's fragile. And then I did this one because this was like, yeah, I'm sad because this was Lilith, and when I was introduced to her energy, and I didn't finish it. It just has the 3D stuff on it. And then I got a huge message for myself, and I combined all of the stuff and I started this. So I have completed all of these, you can see. And if you guys want to see it all together, I took pictures of it. Just let me know if you're interested, and I'll show you guys. And there's this one. So when she was so happy because every day she got a cutting time to do just cutting. And so what she likes to do is set a big project and then do something that's like not mindless, but a technique that I've invented that I can just continuously do, no figuring out, no buying things. It's just there for you. Every day I wake up, it's there. And that's kind of what she likes. And she doesn't like anything else, otherwise she won't do it. So I did all of these, I drew all these on the computer. That also, she likes the computer as well, because I can just draw forever and there's no problem with like wasting anything, nothing like that. And so I drew all of these and they're extremely detailed. And the reason why they're detailed is because of that 3D process. So this is the, I forgot to say that when I was showing those first ones. So I draw it first. I'll show a couple more and then I'm gonna talk about what happened recently that is I'm very sad about. But yeah, you can see. This is Elysian Fields. Elysian Mysteries. So messages from the Elysian Fields and Elysian Mysteries, aka The Grove. Again, if you go to my Patreon, I talk about this in my what this is and stuff like that. And the other thing is these colors are not set in stone. These colors are only because of just for fun. Like I play around with colors that I might use or might not. Because, you know, and it's printing and it's like kind of pale as well anyway because it's printing. I think this is the last one I'll show you. There's so many. It's going to be 4 different little panels that all go together in a giant mural. But you can see how big it is. It's like this wide by like 2 or 3 meters or 4. I can't remember. It's a lot. Okay. So now that you've seen that, this is my newest problem. So I bought this huge thing that is the perfect dimensions for each part. And she doesn't like this. So I had to push through because then otherwise, because I finished all the cutting, right? And this is all clay. So before I was going to do paper like this, but those are just stencils. And this is the clay that's going to be the base. And so first I got this and I rolled it all out perfect and ready to go. I had to put plastic on it so it doesn't get wasted. And I tried to put it in the oven and the oven is tiny. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like renting it. I talked to my friend and my friend was like, oh, you should, you know, no, I'm not doing that. That's going to cause problems. So this is the one that I'm using as like the template. I've been like that's the first one I want to do. And, you know, whatever. So that's one problem. Then I bought this. And this, when they measure it, it's like, you can see, not enough. So anyway, so when these things happen, it helps me to learn about self-regulating because they freak me out. But it's and I remind myself if depends on the version. But look, see, it's like not enough. Like the clay is gonna fall, right? Okay. This was a turkey thing, like it was, and I flattened it, but what if it's like uneven? So yeah, and also when I do it, it might look like really gross, but this is the perfect, I cut it, I smashed it down and cut it. So now I have found this thing that you put on a grill that people put in their oven to like drop things, and it's going to be wiggly. But I was thinking if I put it on the tray and then slide it in, it will be flat, but it's the right size. So that's what I figure out today. So if you guys want to know more about that process, stay tuned. But yeah, this is basically, this is where I am right now. And today she was kind of freaking out because she was working on that.